Hey YouTube, so I'm making this video to kind of answer that question of do we even have credit? Like, what's this whole idea of credit scores and credit reports? How did it kind of begin? All right. The reason why I want to make this video is because I was reading a book right now. I'm waiting for my daughter who arrives in about an hour at the bus stop, and I got interrupted by by an individual who I'm helping out with their credit enhancement, and he interrupted my reading. Can you believe that? How dare him? How dare you? Anyway, his question was, how did this all begin? Like, why is there credit? All right. I'm not saying that this is the only reason, but this is definitely one big reason. And just keep this in mind, people. Um, I'm sure that you know what? Imagine if it's the 1940s or 1950s, right? And you're living in, I don't know, let's just say like the Lakeview area of Patterson. Okay, I'm just picking out a neighborhood. So let's say there's a few businesses there. You know, there's a bakery. There's a bicycle shop. There's somebody who sells shoes. Somebody who sells clothes. You know, a supermarket. You know, there's people who own houses around there as well. So typically back then, what what these occupants, these residents, what they would do is they will go to a local bank. So let's just call it the Lakeview Avenue Bank, right? Right on Trenton Avenue. All right. Well, actually, the Trenton Avenue Bank, right? And it's right there in the Lakeview area of Patterson. And you know, if somebody wanted to buy a house in that neighborhood, they would go to that bank. If the baker needed a business loan, they would go to that bank to get a business loan. If somebody wanted to buy a car, all right, they would go to that bank to purchase a car. So what did that do? It kind of created a sense of community within that bank. So anytime you walked into the bank, um, whoever was at the, you know, if somebody was at the door to greet you, they would say, "Hey, Mr. Savory, how you doing?" They knew you by name, right? So you, in a way, had a reputation already. You get to the teller, Robert, good morning or good afternoon. How you doing today? How's the family? How are the three kids? How's everybody? All right. How's mom and dad? All right. They would know you already. So you didn't need any credit because your reputation was your credit, right? So they would already have on file that you most likely have a mortgage with them. Maybe you have a car loan, an automobile loan. Maybe you have a business loan with them. Maybe you even have a personal loan, right? This is back before credit cards. So, you know, maybe you just took out um, just a personal loan or even maybe a second mortgage on your property, right? So they didn't have to run your credit because they already knew you were already credit worthy because of your reputation. Now, let's say were traveling and went to Chicago. Uh, can you imagine how difficult it must have been back then to, let's say you needed some money in case of emergency, to go to a bank to take some money out? They don't know who you are. They probably would have to get in contact with your local bank in Patterson, and just to make sure that you are somebody who will repay that loan for whatever reason you may need it. Okay, that was the system back then. All right. Now think about now today. Walk into the bank where you deposit your money, and I know that we don't have. There's very few left. Okay, very 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 few left. I don't even know if there's one in the area where there's like a local bank. Most banks right now, they're the big banks, right? They're the Bank of America's, the Wells Fargo's, the Citibank. What else is out there? PNC. I don't know why I can't think of any other ones, but Chase, right? Another bank where most likely you do what is it, a direct deposit from from your weekly or biweekly or monthly paycheck, right? So you don't even have to walk into a bank anymore so that somebody sees who you are. It's all done electronically, right? To get a mortgage, you don't even need to go into a bank. You could scan all your documents and everything can be like e-signed. For a car loan, you don't even have to go to the bank anymore. You just get the loan at the auto dealership, right? So the banks nowadays, in order to know that you're credit worthy, they need to see some sort of a history of your credit and how you pay your bills, what kind of history you have. Are you making these payments on time? Are you overutilizing your lines of credit, right? And the way that they need to do that is by credit reports, and then they will give you a loan, or lend you money based on your credit score. All right. So now, once again, like the way that I spoke with this individual on the phone just a few minutes ago, he was of like kind of like the mindset of like, oh, it shouldn't be like that, and it's a big scheme, it's a game. Well, I don't agree with the scheme part, but I do agree with the game part. And as you may have seen from my other videos, this is a game, right? So play the game, learn the rules, and know what policies there are. Um, um, but think about all the advantages that you have now by having this national credit report, and these agencies and credit scores, right? So not only are you going to be able to walk into a local bank, right? So in the Lakeview area of Patterson, there's a Wells Fargo. It's right across the street from the McDonald's. You could walk in there, open up a checking account. They'll probably check your. I don't know if they check your credit, but they have to check some credentials, right? But if you want to take out, a car loan, they can help you out. A mortgage, they can help you out. But they don't know who you are, right? Like, you're not gonna walk in there, and the person at the front door is not gonna say, "Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Mr. Savory," right? They don't know who you are when you go deposit your check. They have no idea who you are. You're just one of many, many, many people who walk in. So, in order to verify who you are and how worthy you are, that they have, we have credit, right? So that's a huge advantage. The other huge advantage is, once again, like, let's say you're in Chicago, right? And for whatever reason, you just need to take out a loan. Maybe you could go to somewhere local over there, and they'll check your credit, right? And take some money out. Imagine if you have, if you're if you bank at Wells Fargo, and you go into another Wells Fargo in Chicago, or in Boston and Los Angeles, if you need to maybe take out a personal loan, they can see your credit profile and help you out with it. So, just so you know, that's one of the reasons why we now have credit reports, credit scores. Okay, it's for your benefit, right? Yes, this is in a way, a business. Okay, and everybody can win at the end, right? This is a win-win for everybody. If you truly do need the loans, right? Once again, and I mentioned in this in another video, and a few other videos, most people who say that these banks are big bad banks, it's because they're probably overspending, or are not able to make the payments for whatever reason. And hey, look, life happens sometimes. But there are ways of pushing the reset button and beginning all over. And it's great to utilize banks, people, individuals, and entities who will lend you money so that you can fulfill what you need in life. All right. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. All right, and I'm going to send this video also to the person who I spoke with, so that he always keeps it on file. And for anybody else who is kind of interested in knowing, like, one of the reasons why we have credit right now, I just told you. All right. Remember to call me if you need any assistance in terms of credit enhancement or credit repair. Once again, as I mentioned this in other videos, I do this at no cost to you. All right, I enjoy doing this. One of the things that I do ask is that you just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos as much as I can, And yeah, just spread the word. I'm so happy of how my assistance has helped other people with their lives, and this is why I do this. Okay, so yeah, give me a call. Stop by my office. I'm at 480 McBride Avenue, Paterson, New Jersey, right off of Route 80. Plenty of parking around there. And my phone number is 908 432 2526. All right. See you in the next video.